really help if you would walk beside me. Like you've been doing for most of my life.
It would be my honor.
Oh. This is so perfect. There's everything.
Everyone has a very hopeful ending, something to look forward to, which is so beautiful. It's just so nice to see everyone is in a happy place.
I think it's everything I've ever wanted for them, for all of the characters. I think and I hope it will elicit that same reaction from fans.
Yes.
It's the happiest I've been since the beginning of the show.
Really special.
Yeah, I just think finally getting permission to let herself be loved was part of her journey and her demons. Yeah.
I love this show so much. I will rewatch this so many times. Okay, I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. Now I might actually make another reaction or something where I watch. That was everything I wanted. It was perfect. It was just, there are no words. That's how a show should finish. That's how a show finishes, when the people making it care about the show and they care about their fans. Like, they had the drama with the dress and it was the typical kind of ridiculous Wynonna Earp style with Wynonna trying it on, but it was because she wanted to try and imagine that she could ever have that life, and I loved her desperate desire for the wedding to be absolutely perfect for Waverly. Oh, and just the strength of these characters and their bonds, and it's so true what he said at the end there, that everyone gets a bright future, and yeah, you know there will be hardships because it's life, there are always hardships, but each character ended up somewhere that was just so hopeful and beautiful, and I'm just such a mess. Oh, see, this is a show that I will rewatch endlessly throughout my life. I will always be getting new people into it because there is an ending that you can believe in. Oh, so Jeremy starting off, he had his typical awkward Jeremy style, but you know, I'm still sad. We'll always be sad about Robin and what happened to him, but Robin is happy, and that's what Jeremy is holding on to with that despite this terrible thing happening to him, Robin has found happiness again, and that is something we can take peace with. And then, for Jeremy, losing one love doesn't mean you're never gonna find love again, and, you know, he has this second chance, this chance at finding happiness among the people he loves and people he can help to protect, because he's the deputy director now. He can make sure that there's never any stupid let's kill everyone things. He can just be the wonderful strong man he is, and he can have another chance at love and be surrounded by the people that love him. For Rachel and for Billy, they get, I mean, maybe they're kids, maybe they've grown up together, they've been through a lot given that they are only kids, but Billy gets to live. That is something that I'm really happy about. You know, he's not a character we got to know especially well, but I was so upset with his ending. But he is a Clanton heir that attended an Earp wedding and was thrilled about it. That is so important for going forwards. We have to put all the old curses, all the old rivalries to bed. The past is the past. Who we are now is different, and I love that. And Nedley, he has his daughter. I mean, she's out of the triangle because that's fair enough, but he has his daughter, he has his little girl, but he has his whole extended family that love him, and Rachel and Billy both have that kind of paternal figure that, you know, is loving and not horrible, and I just love it. Rachel is flourishing with these people. Yes, she'll never get her mum back, she'll never have the life she could have had there, but she is surrounded by good people who love her, that she feels confident enough to sing, to make music, to be really excited about a fishing trip and plan a sneaky way to get a boyfriend to go to, and just, I'm so happy about that. Wayhaught, Waverly and Nicole got the wedding they dreamed of because their family were there, and even the people that couldn't physically be there, they were there because they had the cards for them, and they promised. I think the idea of a hand fastening ceremony is so sweet. It is so much more romantic to me than having a godly ceremony in what I believe in personally. And though it was just a perfect wedding, and I love that Nedley walked Nicole down the aisle, that Wynonna walked Waverly down the aisle, that Wynonna was Nicole's best man and that Doc was Waverly's. It was just perfect. It really was. Waverly giving him the saddle. His face when he saw Wynonna in a wedding dress. Oh, but just Wayhaught got everything they wanted. You know, they have a home. And Waverly saying to Wynonna, you know, my biggest fear used to be that you'd never come back. You know, season 1, Wynonna had been gone for a very, very long time, and Waverly had been a kid when she left. They loved each other, but they didn't know each other, and their bond has got even stronger over the course of the show. It's been my favourite part of the show throughout, has been Wynonna and Waverly's relationship, and it always will be. And the fact that, you know, we've seen this series Wynonna weighed down with the weight of being the Earp heir, with the fact that it never ends, that she constantly has to make these decisions and keep fighting and do these terrible things to protect her family, and that she had this just terrible fear that if she didn't do it, Waverly would be hurt, she would lose everything. And Waverly giving her the like, it's okay, you know, we can look after ourselves, this is your home, Amy's on that side, you will always be back, but you know, I'm not scared you won't come back, because you will, but you are free, you do not have to be kept here. It was just so important. Oh my god. But back to Waverly and Nicole. Nicole and Waverly, they're not characters that have had this yearning for travel and adventure. They have both been quite content to be at home, being home, surrounded by the people they love, in a place they love and can protect. That is what they want, and that is what they have, and that is why in a lot of ways, even though, you know, Nicole made a huge sacrifice in the last episode, she didn't actually make that big sacrifice, because she loves Waverly and she loves this place, and it's her home, and it's where she's made her home, and she's got Nedley and everything, and it was just so perfect to know that they're going to just get to have their happily ever after together. Is everything to me, everything. It's definitely a show where I kind of hope it would be so cool if in like 5 years we could have a little like special or something. I doubt we ever will, but a one-off episode would be good. To then, that final scene with Wayhaught was everything we can know. I have everything I ever wanted. I have home. But Wynonna and Doc this episode, they gave us the angst. I thought they were going to do a Shadowhunters there for a minute and be like, look, one couple gets everything perfect and the other couple has everything ruined, but I had more hope. I had more faith in Wynonna Earp. Where the whole way through, you know, she found out Doc wanted to potentially leave. Neither of them noticed the other one staring at them during the wedding. Both of them were too scared to fully put all their cards on the table. Both of them have hurt each other along the way. And it was very painful in that moment where she, you know, she was still shackled to being the Earp heir, to protecting Waverly. She didn't feel she could leave. And then it being kind of them all being like, oh, you turned Doc down, really? Like, you know, you love him, you're going to be happy. And then I love Waverly was just like, how dare all of you, apart from you, sweetie, how dare you keep her here? How dare you not, like, tell her to get her act together? And just, it was everything, their final moment between Waverly and Wynonna, where, you know, they love each other and this is your home and I know you'll be back. Because, you know, they have mobile phones, they have cell phones. Going away on a road trip, they could come back all the time. You know, they're not, it's not like, once you leave you cannot return, there's not some kind of fog up or something. They can leave and come back whenever they want to. I loved that, the fact that they were just this crazy mission to try and get Wynonna to Doc, and that she shut out his car, and everything, it was just Wynonna Earp, it just was, and it was their relationship. And I think they are both approaching this fresh try. They have had toxic elements in the past, but they are approaching this point from such a positive place that it's going to be beautiful, and they're going to get to both of them explore the world. I know she has been travelling before, and obviously he has in the past, but they'll get to experience the world together. You know, I truly do believe that for both of them, they've been kind of shackled to the past, shackled to the Earp curse and all of this sort of drama on the Ghost River Triangle, that for them to explore a bit more of the world will be everything. And maybe they'll always want to travel, but I do think that after a few years they'll be happy to come home. Even after like, not even a few years necessarily, they will be happy to come home and settle with a family. And I'm so glad they mentioned Alice, because there genuinely was a bit where I was like, are we seriously going to end this show with them two riding off into the sunset and being like, oh, forget that daughter we had? But no, they're going to go and see her. And I truly think that the time will come where they will be able to bring Alice home to Purgatory, because it is a safe place now. Having an Earp and being an Earp heir isn't what it used to be, because the Earp heir is free to go and travel. So I think that there will come a time where they will be able to, the fact that they kind of like, do you think she'll recognise us? I mean, I don't, but I think she will come to love you and know you because she's a baby. It depends actually, I suppose, if Wynonna's aunt, who's looking after her, has constantly shown her photographs and pictures, then she will know them. But I think like even the aunt can come home and be around Waverley, all these people that she loves. That is the future I see, is Wynonna and Doc having travelled and had a wonderful time, being free, embracing the fact that they have no burdens to go back. They will choose to go home and to raise their daughter. And, you know, they are in a huge family, so if they were to say, I want to go and travel for a month, they could do it and their daughter would be perfectly safe and happy at home. I love that ending. It was everything. It was hopeful, it was optimistic. I love the fact that, you know, season 1, it was, you're a demon, bang, you're dead. Demons are evil. Then we had people like Rosina, oh my god, her name is escaping me, and kind of like more of a doubt on whether or not demon, like if you happen to be a demon, you're good or bad. And that now Purgatory is a place where everyone is welcome. And obviously in Purgatory, in the show, that means kind of demons and different people, but in life, that is a way of saying, you know, as a show, as a fandom, as the message of this show is everyone is good enough, everyone is welcome. Doesn't matter who you are, as long as you are trying to do good and trying to do the right thing, you are welcome. And the sheriff and the, you know, the shield and all of that will only go after you if you do something bad, and I loved that. So this was a very emotional ending. It was perfect and I loved it a lot. You can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and I will be reacting to the little special that I think they put at the end of the episode as well. I love this show. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Wynonna Earp.